Alright, so I was doing a casual playthrough, like back in December, with, I wanted to see the bank robbery cutscene, so I did bank last. And it turns out that you can skip that cutscene. And I was wondering if that was faster. So here is, I made two routes. Here's the faster one, and the other one's easier. It'll come right after this one. So first things first, going left out of home like that, like towards the library, is about 3 seconds faster than going up the stairs to get to the Lucky Ganesh if you're doing milk first. I don't remember where that spreadsheet is, but you can test it. Just like leave from home, or, you know, yeah, leave from home and just time yourself getting the milk. And this is going to look very familiar. You know, we're just going to do the Ganesh skip. Basically, we're just doing everything out of order and then a little extra stuff. It changes in certain areas. So, the first, I guess, item route change comes when we enter running with scissors. So we're just going to jump down here and try not to piss off any police, because any wanted level as you enter the bank will ruin your Monday. It just does weird stuff to the teller when police are pointing guns at you. So, you know, typical Monday running with scissors here, except we collect this M4. We don't get the one on the table in the bank, so we need this one. So just this, you know, standard getting into Vince's office, getting the money, except now we also get the M4. And the reason I have it out is because instead of going out the back door like we usually do in bank first, we need to fight our way out of running with scissors. And the fastest way to do that is out the door that all these protesters come through. So you have to, you know, it's just faster to have the gun out. Yeah, see, that was pretty good. And then I messed it up, man. Anyways, yeah, now what we're gonna do, like most people we don't really do this in the route, but yeah, you're gonna go straight back to straight to the bank, and do not piss off any cops. Do not. You can blow up cars to like boost yourself as long as there's no cops around. You know. And there's gonna be a new thing here coming back into this map, and I'll have a tutorial for it, I guess, or like a little kind of slowed down walkthrough for you after the two routes. But basically we're just gonna come here, and instead of going straight and going around the library, what we instead do is we come over here and we start doing some mountain climbing. There's a little triangle that you can step on. It's pretty easy to jump up here. Another little triangle, and then, you know, you just kind of walk on up. And yeah, there will be a little thing with me kind of like pointing out where the general idea, like where you want to stand. And that's after the next two sections. And this saves about, I think, like 2 to 3 seconds if you do it perfect. And it still saves like 1 to 2 seconds even if you mess it up once over just going around the library. And here we take out the M4, because what we're gonna do is fire it like a little far away from where the people in the, you know, teller queue are, and they'll eventually just lose interest, forget they were scared, and walk out of the line.
Fuck.
Sometimes that cop won't leave the line, and you have to give him. We don't do that here. We do it in the next route. But you walk up to the teller, hit E twice, and then walk away when she takes the check from, or like when the check leaves your inventory, or she starts to say something, whatever, you know, good cue for you is. And then you back away, kind of like confessing your sins in Pacifist, or like Crotchy. And that's it. That's the hard route. And here is the easier route. I didn't want to have another 5-minute section, so I'm going to speed up a couple parts that are just, they're exactly the same. But similar to the previous route, going up the stairs is faster by about 3 seconds to than going left towards the library if you're intending to go to running with scissors first. So this way is faster for running with scissors first. The other way is faster for running with scissors second. But here, I sped this up. We just collect the gun, same as before, and get the money and fight our way out of Vince's office. Yeah. And again, do not piss off any policemen on the way to the bank if you're doing bank last. So now, like the previous video, we take out our M4 and we start firing our gun outside so that by the time we collect our milk, the 3 people that are in the...
Did someone slaughter a goat in here?
They're trying to buy their groceries. Aren't there anymore by the time we want to buy our milk. And we can just walk up to Habib and hit, E twice and then just leave. And this is the whole reason why I say this is easier, is because we don't have to rely on like having a high frame rate or anything like that. This is just all good old routing. And I sped this up because this is the exact same route to the bank. And what to do if the policeman doesn't leave the line. You just have to jump crouch onto the counter and then jump on his head and uncrouch. And that will cause him to explode. And in pacifist, that actually doesn't count as a kill if you guys are concerned with that. I mean, I'm just including that tidbit of information because it's fun. And then you just kind of have to manipulate the AI so you can talk to the teller without pissing off police. Because there is more police in the bank. And you might be asking yourself, but Intercom, what do we do about getting a Balisong? We usually get that at the sperm bank. Well, you get it on Tuesday now. I timed how long it approximately takes to get the Balisong in the current Monday route. It's about 7 seconds versus not doing it here. But it also costs about 7 seconds to grab the Balisong on Tuesday, which I'm showing you right now. So this is like, we just did the library or whatever, and we're gonna want to ask people, oh yeah, do my petition. And you have to come to this little rundown shack. The item inside changes on every day, and it just so happens that on Tuesday, it's a Balisong. And just so you see, I didn't have it before. That's the only item that I have. And, there you go. And now we're going to show you guys the little walkthrough. So this little bit here, the walkthrough for the clip. This little bit here, you want to jump on. This one, is kind of weird, but it's still pretty easy. And then here is really easy. In like 1 or 2 tries, pretty much there's no reason you guys shouldn't have this down. And that's pretty much it. There's not much else to talk about. There is another way to skip getting out of the Lucky Ganesh instead of buying the milk. There's a shelf next to Habib that has a bunch of 40s, and if you kick it in such a way that you can get stuck in the 40s, you can get outside. But this is much less FPS dependent than the original Lucky Ganesh skip. And there's also much more leniency for what each individual person finds better. And the added benefit is that sometimes you can do it in 1 unstuck versus 2 unstucks. So this one just kind of happened accidentally while I was trying to find a way to kick and have only these 2. And I just kind of got stuck further into it than normal, and I just popped out the other side. And here's another one. You can just kind of turn into stuff and uncrouch, and sometimes you just get stuck the right way. And that's all. I hope you guys can prove that my route is faster, or prove that it's not faster. I mean, you know, I lost all my notes, but I'm pretty sure it's faster. Okay, bye.